Paul Scheer?
Yeah.
You've been served.
What's this? What? Serve? I've been summoned to appear as the co-host of Attack of the Show? This is 4th of July week. I got plans. Oh, come on, man. Not cool. Sucks.
On today's show, the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Scheer is here, and he's strapping on his co-hosting hat all week long. Plus, Tiffany Smith loads up her web tutors when she meets up with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, and the rest of the cast of The Amazing Spider-Man. And in Web Tools, we've got free software that will turn you into a bona fide DJ. Wicka, wicka, wah! Throw on your bulletproof vest because we're coming to you like a shotgun blast of awesome.
Welcome to Attack of the Show. I am Paul Scheer. Thank you.
So excited to have you here
Thank you very much. You might know me from television and as a former founding member of Belle Biv DeVoe. So yeah, that is true.
I do. I know you from that. Candace Bailey. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
We are coming to you live. So I haven't been here the past couple days.
Where have you been?
I have been doing packages for the show.
Oh.
One of the packages I did, which you will see tomorrow, hold your horses, is a
Spoiler
rally
alert.
racing package.
Okay.
And it was awesome. I was in the car with him while he took off, and he's like, okay, you know, it's fine. You're gonna go from 0 to 60 in like 1.9 seconds. And I was like, okay, I got this.
Wait
oh
a second,
my
that's
God.
a Subaru. I didn't even know
Yeah.
they could go that fast.
I'm making some really pretty faces. Yeah, it went so well. They had it all juiced up.
Oh wow, all right.
But then I applied my makeup while sitting in the passenger seat.
How did that come out?
Oh my gosh, so good. You will see tomorrow. How was your weekend?
My weekend was very nice. Thanks for asking. I was in the New York City for the Del Close Marathon, which is a big comedy marathon. So if you came by a theater at 3 o'clock in the morning and saw me doing a bad Bill Cosby impression, that I apologize. I do apologize for that. The pudding pops. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Wait, so this was like
Thank you. Guys, I'm multifaceted here.
this was like a 72-hour thing?
Yes, 72 hours, like 7 theaters, non-stop. Yeah.
That's madness.
It's really
I wish
awesome.
I could see that.
Oh, well, you can next year.
Okay, I'll do it. But for now, we're gonna run down the top things on the web.
All right, I know what this is.
You do?
I've been excited to do this.
Okay.
Let's go around the net.
Yeah! Making me happy. You know, movies like Battleship and Transformers exist because the studios have figured out that as people get older, they can't help but reminisce about the toys they had as kids.
Yeah, and the film industry isn't the only entity trying to cash in on our childhood. Take, for example, the Los Angeles X Games, which went as far as to build Hot Wheels for adults. Check this out. This is awesome.
Jump! And Greg Tracy lands first and Tanner Faust jumps second.
That is so cool.
Legitimately awesome.
Cool.
And you know what? That wasn't built for naught. Actually, what's going to happen is they're going to incorporate that into the Los Angeles freeway system right there. So it's going to be right there, yeah.
Well, if that was
Oh yeah, just some
if
action.
that was really in the Los Angeles freeway, I would want to get on the highway.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, just so you know, I'm going to actually be very late for work tomorrow because I have a Prius, so I'll never make that joke. You know, in Bad Boys 2, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence loaded up the atmosphere with a lot of swears.
Yeah, but in order to play this film on television without offending the daintier viewers, the standards and practices people had to get a little bit creative.
Blue power, mother lovers! Somebody should be in the rear. Who shot you in the can? Damn! Somebody shot you in the can.
I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Yes, you do know what the heck I'm talking about.
Just shut the hell up and let me drive. That mother lover, Flynn. Oh, that one puckered up my soul.
Oh, shoot.
Damn! Damn! Damn you! Damn me! Damn you! Freaking Haitians in a freaking little damn room with freaking guns. Damn! This is the stuff right here. This is the stuff.
Man, I'm a grown-up man. Well, get your grown-up self together and let's do this. Y'all a bunch of filthy mother lovers.
Bunch of little lying, violent mother lovers.
Hey, who you calling a dumb, stupid freak, man?
What the Plan B stand for?
Bogus?
Let him kill your mother lovers!
I wish people said that in real life. That really puckered up my soul. You know, I'm gonna try it right now, all right?
Okay.
Because it gets your aggression out. Be like, you know, Candace, you're really fucking up my soul right now.
You are being a real mother lover right now, Paul.
Stop being such a pint of sugar. I ought to kick you in the arm, you cork sorter.
Quit friending around and read the gosh darn intro, Mickey Ficky.
All right.
Yeah, I said it.
Pretty tough
Mickey
words.
Ficky.
Really.
I like that. We should do that more
We
often.
should do it, yeah, come on. Over the weekend, Virginia was one of the many states on the East Coast to endure record-breaking bad weather. You know this,
I
right?
know. And if you're living in that region, you know that there's not much to laugh about. Thank God ex-weatherman Aaron Justice lives in San Diego.
Now, we've got some big changes here for the upcoming work week. Starting tomorrow, we're going to have a volcanic eruption right near Charlottesville, and it's going to make things rather toasty across the area. We're going to see lava spill out into central Virginia and make temperatures in Richmond at 350 degrees, Fredericksburg at 345, Charlottesville, the hot spot, at 400. Not as hot off towards the Tidewater. A little bit more comfortable with highs near 100 degrees. The reason why, we're going to have tidal waves moving in ahead of this, a global superstorm developing off towards the Atlantic Ocean. This thing is headed our way, but the key to the forecast, right before this thing makes landfall, it is going to be deflected by Godzilla. Here's the forecast. Volcano 350 there for Monday. Global superstorm on Tuesday. We could see maybe about 200 inches of rainfall, wind gusts up to 1,000 miles an hour. Godzilla Wednesday. I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going to happen on that day.
I gotta tell you, Candace.
Okay.
I do not trust this guy because every time he says there's gonna be a Godzilla attack, it never happens, and I prepare for nothing.
But the good news is, after all that destruction, Godzilla will leave Virginia looking exactly the same as when he found it.
Woo! Virginia slam!
What?
Boom! We don't take it from you, Virginia.
I really have nothing against Virginia.
Yeah, you do. I heard her talk in the break. She hates it. And I do too. Virginia, bring it on. Guys, if you haven't seen a web ad in the last 6 months, you may not know that there's another Spider-Man movie coming out.
What?
Yes, it is true.
No.
And Tiffany Smith met up with Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, and the rest of the cast.
Oh, yay.
If a radioactive spider bite gives you superpowers, Emma Stone's attention, and you still mope around bitching, you've either got big problems or you're a teenager.
You found my weakness.
For Peter Parker, it's both in the reboot of Marvel's biggest superhero franchise, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Hey, watch out, I'm swinging here, I'm swinging here.
How is this Spider-Man different than the others?
From all the filmmakers and the actors, we approached it from our hearts, and we tried to do it justice, the original intention of Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, and we honored the legacy up to date.
Well, it's got 3D, which again is not a selling point in terms of my face, but it's a real selling point in terms of Emma and Andrew Garfield.
What are you talking about? I was excited to see it in 3D.
Yeah,
see your face all up close and personal.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I was scared when I saw my face in the trailer. I was at the movies and I was like, whoa!
Marvel does a really great job of grounding their characters with a human story. What do you think it is about Spider-Man that people can really connect with?
There's something so amazing about him, the fact that he's like the ultimate underdog. He's had a really rough go of it. He's like got this super strength within, but isn't able to show it on the outside, and then is given the opportunity to do so. So it's just amazing wish fulfillment.
What was it like playing the Lizard?
Just a thrill. You know, you get to play a 9-foot reptile who throws police cars around the town, but on a real emotional acting level, just to play a person whose mind is so fractured and addled by his creative drive, you know, that it drives him to the point of oblivion and destruction in the pursuit of science.
You play Uncle Ben, which pretty much means you're doomed, right?
Just don't say that. You're gonna spoil it for the viewers.
Any comic book fan knows.
I thought you'd say, was that you playing Spider-Man? Wasn't that you?
38 of New York's finest versus one guy in a unitard.
Okay, now give me some pluses and minuses of wearing a tight-fitting unitard.
Okay, the pluses are...
Are there any pluses?
And the pluses...
I'm with you.
The pluses...
Hey, if the suit is what makes Spidey so unpredictably irritable, then don't change a thing. The Amazing Spider-Man, definitely a bold spin in the right direction.
I want to see it. I want to see it. The Amazing Spider-Man comes out tomorrow, but if you're a nerd, you're already online right now. All right, so right now, it is time to talk about some smarty pants that are trying to explain how this universe works. And no one's working harder than the scientists at CERN. The Earth's largest atom smasher has been looking for evidence of the Higgs boson or God particle. The God particle is, let's see here, a quantum field that fills all of space and explains why elementary particles like quarks and electrons have mass. Yeah, okay, sure. Sounds good. CERN is summoning the top physicists in the world to the French-Swiss border on Wednesday, where they're expected to announce they have finally discovered evidence that this particle actually exists. I have no idea what any of that means. I have none. What I'm saying, I'm reading it. I don't know, because I've asked people. No one knows, all right? This is too smart. So, Stephen Hawking, if you're watching, and I know you are, can you please, wait, what is going on? What's happening here? Stop the show. I have a very important message about the future. Something disastrous happens this Wednesday. You have to tape the West Coast airing of Rizzoli Isles. Not the East Coast feed. I hate the East Coast feed. Science announcement comes on and preempts the entire ending. No! And I think that's the episode where they kiss. Oh! And now I was stuck watching Suits. Suits? Show about what's that anyway? I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, don't wear the same clothes all week. Well, this works out very badly. Oh, no. See you in the future. Wait, I have questions for you. Not cool, man. And just so you know, I did not wear the same clothes for a week. You did, stupid future me. Take that, paradoxes. Anyway, thanks for the heads up, future me. That would have been a real disaster, because I love me my Rizzoli Isles. Speaking of disasters, remember when people first started talking about global warming and you thought you were really clever when you were like, oh, it's so cold out. I would love a little global warming, LOL. Well... What you didn't think about was the do-rate show. That is a crazy weather system commonly called a land hurricane. A land hurricane, right? These things move through Illinois, New Jersey, and Virginia over the weekend, causing massive damage, power outages all across the eastern United States. But that's not the biggest problem. Oh, no. The real problem, of course, was it shut down Netflix, Pinterest, and Instagram. I couldn't post to my corkboard. Fortunately, Twitter was unaffected. So people who weren't cowering in fear were able to register their displeasure in 140 characters or less. This will forever be known as a time when historians look back as a 12-hour period when nothing was shared, liked, or documented. Ken Burns, that's your next documentary. But have no fear, because what I'm going to do is give you a brief recap of what you missed. Here we go. Your neighbor had a really good pasta at the Olive Garden. Yummy. Your sister's friend got a kick-ass manicure. Like those tips. And someone was playing at a concert, but the picture was kind of blurry, so I don't know who it was, but you had a great time. And, oh, look at this. Someone's cat looks super cute. Yeah. So that's it. That's all you missed. So if you were affected by the storms, now just get out there and push that tree off your car. Things are going to go back to normal. The San Diego Comic-Con starts next week. Cannot wait. My favorite time of year. And as usual, people will be stampeding into the convention center and stabbing each other with giant foam broadswords and the occasional really sharp pencil for a chance to buy exclusive collectibles. This year, Hasbro went a little nuts, right? They announced a Comic-Con toy so big, it actually might take two guys dressed as the Hulk, there he is right there, to carry it out. Actually, three of those guys. The 4-foot-long special edition helicarrier is guaranteed to completely fill your studio apartment. Look at this thing. It is a giant, rapturous shrine to your childhood that is actually the size of a child. 4 feet! You know, I like that helicarrier, but I'm actually hoping that Comic-Con will announce some other movie-based Comic-Con collectibles, like the Magic Mike playset. Of course, that comes with Big Dick Richie. Love that. Penis is detachable. The glow-in-the-dark variant of the War Horse from War Horse. Ooh, glowing neon. One of my favorites, a Margaret Thatcher Iron Lady parliamentary action figure. Yeah, she goes, I turned down that bill. Do they turn down bills? I don't know. And to complete your Adam Sandler Jack and Jill collection, the exclusive Al Pacino as Al Pacino, which comes with his own cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee and a trading card that actually explains why he did this movie. Now, Comic-Con is coming up right now. We all are excited about it, but there's a bigger, badder convention in town, and guess what? It's called BronyCon. Yeah, that's right. If you're a bro who loves ponies, specifically My Little Pony, then damn it, there is a convention for you, you magically unique masculine flower. All right, still ahead, I talked to the vice chair for BronyCon, Nick Opal. Stick around, you pony lovers.
Dinosaurs are awesome.
Except if you're Samuel L. Jackson. But otherwise, come on, right? That guy just has no dinosaur luck. But seriously, besides that, working with dinosaurs is a pretty rad job. You like how they did that?
I've made a discovery!
Who didn't want to play with actual dinosaur bones growing up? Well, Trevor Valle never outgrew his obsession. He's a paleontologist for the George C. Page Museum in Los Angeles, California, where he supervises the preparation of fossils from the Ice Age unearthed directly from the La Brea tar pits.
So Trevor, tell me a little bit about what you do here.
Pretty much, I clean fossils for a living. The excavation team brings in fossils from the tar pits. They drop them off in my lab, and I clean them off, and we end up cataloging them, putting them on display.
If I did want to have your job, if this is what I want to get into, what would be the one bit of advice you would give me?
There's no such thing as a paleontology degree unless you go to a very few select universities like Bozeman or up in Berkeley. But it's geology or zoology. You have to know how these animals work, or you have to know where they're going to be found.
Everything's here. You guys dig it up, you start to clean it. What are the steps of that process?
First, we find a tar pit, an asphalt seep. Then we find out if it has bones in it, and then that comes into the lab. Then we have to, since it's covered in oil and gravel and all this nasty stuff, we have to use a solvent, rinse it off, polish it, and then we go through all of the stuff that came off the bone, what we call matrix. It's the sediment surrounding it. But we do that grain by grain under a magnifying glass and a paintbrush. So most of the time, if you see us in the lab, we're either cleaning bones or looking through weird little piles of dirt.
So behind us with the woolly mammoth, despite popular belief, they never actually existed around the tar pits.
Yeah, they were never here, and we always hear that. We're gonna go to the tar pits and see the woolly mammoth. We never had woolly mammoths. It was actually too warm here, and this one's only 2/3 actual size.
Okay.
This is just an animatronic replica. The real ones we had, little bit bigger. This is big.
That's huge. Big is an understatement. That is huge.
Well, it's mammoth. So yeah, that's a Columbian mammoth, and it's about 13 feet high at the shoulder. This animal would weigh about 15,000 pounds.
So this is the fishbowl.
Yeah, 60 feet of mostly soundproof glass, and we're constantly on display whenever the museum's open. Like there are people in. Hi.
Hi, people.
Yep. This is a mammoth skull. So these are his teeth, these are, the cheekbones, and these would be where the tusks are coming out.
So this thing is huge. You bring it in, you cast it, you clean it off, then what?
All of this clay, all of this asphalt, well, it gets tossed into these buckets. Then that bucket will be rinsed, dried, and then we have to look through what's left, grain by grain, under a magnifying glass.
Literally grain by grain.
Literally grain by grain.
How does one even attempt to do that? So I'm going through here, and now what exactly am I looking for?
Well, you're looking for anything that's not a rock, effectively. You're looking for small pieces of plant material, smaller identifiable bones, freshwater shells, pieces of bug.
So this is actually a toe, a mouse's toe, right?
Yeah, that's a toe. You found a immediately identifiable fossil in the first 35 seconds of sorting your first batch of matrix.
Okay, so what's next? What else can I try out?
Well, to get to that point, you actually have to clean a bone to get the matrix off of. This is a juvenile saber-toothed cat rib. And as you can see, it has all this, well, crud all over it.
Yeah.
It has, you can see where the oil has stained it and made it all shiny.
You can see where this is already going to be a tedious task.
Yes.
So once you've got this all wrapped up, everything's cleaned off, you've gone through your microfossils, what do you do with everything then?
Well, that's when it goes into the collections part of research and collections. And that is quite honestly the coolest room in the entire museum.
So I'm looking around and I feel like I'm gonna run into the Ark of the Covenant or something with this place. I mean, it's a huge warehouse full of bones.
We're in the carnivore aisle right now, but to give you a real idea of everything that we have, we need to actually head all the way down to the other end to see how big this space really is.
Dude, no joke. This
Yeah.
place is huge.
So we started at saber-toothed cats and went by dire wolves, coyotes, gray wolves, bears, short-faced bears, and the American lion.
And that was strictly just down this
That aisle.
What do you have on this aisle?
That's all horses, sloths, camels, mastodons. Researchers will come and check out different things. We are the type locality of the world of the late Pleistocene. The Rancho La Brea period is the last 500,000 years.
Dude, high five on that
Absolutely.
one. Awesomeness.
Yeah.
This is an incredibly rad job. I mean, seriously, like how on a scale of 1 to 10, how awesome do you think your life is right now?
15.
Yeah, okay, great.
Without hesitation. I mean, I have the logo of my museum tattooed on my arm.
Really?
Yes.
Ah!
Honestly, I have nothing wrong with this job because I get to talk to cool people. I get to work in the largest collection of material for this time period. And I get to clean saber-toothed cat skulls.
So that's it for my day here at the Page Museum. Not only did I find out that paleontology is a rad job, but also they have a rad gift shop.
Thanks, Ancient Bones. Now's the part of the show where we get the news.
Boring.
Sarah Underwood does it.
Ooh, yeah.
It's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Monday, July 2nd, and here are your top stories. What's in a name? Well, apparently $60 million. What? Yes. After more than 2 years on the market, Apple finally owns the name iPad. Apparently, a Taiwanese company called ProView trademarked the tablet's name back in 2000. But news broke today that a Chinese court has awarded Apple the rights to it at a price of $60 million. Now, $60 million is hardly a slap on the wrist for Apple, but it could be ProView's lifeline after filing for bankruptcy last March. And the decision delivered more good news for Apple. The company can now sell third-generation iPads in China.
Yeah!
So, what does this mean for Apple? Well, let's see here. Apple makes like 60 mil in about 3.5 hours, so a profit loss equal to a store sales on a Sunday afternoon. Tough punishment. Up next, a war has been waged on our DVRs. CBS, NBC, and Fox have sued satellite TV provider Dish Network over its new ad-skipping feature called AutoHop. The feature was launched last May and allows viewers to black out ads on programs saved on their DVRs. Now, this is awesome for consumers, but the billions of dollars in ad revenue being jeopardized by this convenience feature has angered CBS, NBC, and Fox. These networks say AutoHop violates copyright laws and puts the financial foundation of the entire television industry at risk. No. But there is an alternative. Consulting firms have figured businesses and viewers can get what they want if consumers shell out an extra $50 a month to make up for money lost in ad sales.
Dumb.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna stick to surfing Twitter during commercials.
Yeah.
And finally, Google seems to want no part in your firearm hobby after announcing plans to pull all Google shopping results for guns, ammunition, and gun accessories last weekend. And predictably, outdoor enthusiasts and gun range aficionados have responded by starting a petition citing Second Amendment rights and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, Google made a statement regarding its policy change, saying they have, quote, given much thought to our stance on this content, and we apologize for any inconvenience this may cause you. Or in layman's terms, just deal with it. I'm Sarah Underwood. You have just been fed. Now back to Candace and Paul. Thank you, Sarah.
All right. Very good.
Hey, Comic-Con is almost here. Yes. And G4 has got a great lineup of news and guests planned for 3 days of live coverage, including Nathan Fillion, Sarah Silverman, Tim Burton, and Paul Scheer.
Wait. Whoa. The Paul Scheer?
None other.
Wow. How did you get that guy?
I
That
know.
guy is very hard to get.
I know.
Well, when does that start? When can I watch it?
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
July 12th at 7 p.m. only on G4.
Ooh.
Yay. Now later in the show, the vice chair of BronyCon, Nick Opals, will be here to tell us about his love for My Little Pony.
Wait a second. Why does it have to be your little pony? I mean, can't we share a little pony? I mean, you're being greedy now. Just are. I mean,
I like it as My Little.
The feed is brought to you by eHarmony.com, where first dates have a better chance of becoming something more.
All right. And now here's some tools that you might find on the web.
Do you have dreams of being a DJ but don't have the cash to spend on a bunch of expensive hardware? Virtual DJ is a free solution to all of your problems. Virtual DJ has all the basic functions of 2 turntables and a mixer. It also packs in a ton of pro features like sound modulation and the ability to record a mix. Virtual DJ can access your iTunes library or any music folder from within the program. Throw 2 songs on the turntables and start mixing. Once you're ready to lay down that awesome mix, just simply click the Record tab and hit Start Recording. Virtual DJ has a wide range of effects and samples that will have you tweaking your music for hours. Virtual DJ was made by professionals for professionals. But don't sweat it. Virtual DJ's website is packed with tutorials and wikis that will help you become that hot DJ you've always wanted to be. There's also community forums where you'll find mix lessons and links to mixes made in Virtual DJ by the pros. Once you feel confident enough to mix and scratch like a real DJ, just upgrade to Virtual DJ Pro for hardware support and a ton of add-ons. Virtual DJ is freeware available for both Mac and PC. You can download it by going to virtualdj.com and get ready to be the life of the party.
Thanks, tools! Now it's time to attack these Comic-Con exclusive Hasbro toys. Now there are people who say a man isn't measured by the size of his toys. And those people are wrong. Yeah. Show off your love of all things huge with this epically large super helicarrier. This bad boy is over 4 feet long and features 9 working projectile launchers. It also comes packaged with exclusive Captain America and Maria Hill action figures. Paul pointed this out in the read-through. Look how big they are compared to the helicarrier. They are not to size. So this is a must-have for any Avengers fan. If you can't make it to Comic-Con, don't worry. You can pick up one of these online for $130. Yeah, now not much is cooler than, you're gonna take 4? I'm gonna have 5. Not much is cooler than a new G.I. Joe or Transformers toy. Oh wait, you know what is cooler? What? I'm glad you asked. It's a toy that's part of both the G.I. Joe and Transformers universe. That's what. Yeah!
You're so crazy.
I'm cray-cray. The Cobra's classic His Take has gotten a makeover courtesy of the Decepticons and comes with 2 action figures plus a small boombox with 3 cassette tapes. I love this.
What's a cassette tape?
Something Transformers fans will recognize as the classic alt mode of Decepticon Spy Soundwave. Bring your 2 favorite villainous groups together at last when you snag this tank for only $65. Now, there is an art to packaging a product, and the folks at Hasbro are one step closer to perfecting it with the release of the Star Wars Carbonite Chamber Collector's Pack. Whoa! That's a mouthful. This vintage collection offers fans the first chance to own the lost packaging that toy maker Kenner considered before settling on the classic black and silver look. Containing 1 figure from each film, the set also comes with an exclusive bonus figurine of Jar Jar Binks frozen in carbonite. A true collector's item. Get yours online for $80 and imagine a world where Jar Jar was too busy hanging in Jabba's palace to ruin Episode 1. Stay tuned. We get some tips about great movies you might have missed after the break.
Ooh, look at our table, guys. Do you like watching stuff? Well, here is some stuff to watch. Please welcome the co-host of Revision 3's Totally Rad Show, Jeff Kanata. Hey, how you doing? And from Sirius XM, DJ, my old friend from the Upright City Grid, Jake Fones. Yeah. Guys, let's talk some things that you can see with your eyes. Let's talk about this movie first. It's from Alamo Drafthouse. They made this movie called Clown. So it's basically like a Danish Curb Your Enthusiasm kind of.
Which we've all been waiting for.
We, you know how
Take it
much
to
I love
11, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, so basically it's about these 2 guys that are having a sex vacation, and they bring along a 12-year-old. Yeah. It's pretty funny, right? I liked
hilarious.
it. It wasn't like, everyone's like, oh, it's so dirty, it's so dirty. But I mean, it's just the same amount of penis that you would see in Hangover, right?
It's a lot less penis than you.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny. I mean, I've been waiting for a Danish Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's all I've ever wanted.
Well, you know me. Whenever I ask about movies, I'm always like, I have a Danish movie that you need to see, a Danish comedy. Do you guys like subtitles? Then you're gonna like this.
Like watching it, it's like, wait, this has subtitles. I can't be on the internet at the same time. I have to pay attention.
This was the first time I've actually had to watch a TV at the same time, or I'd have to like look. I'd be like texting while driving. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm following. Yeah,
no, but I thought it was really really funny, and I want to go back and watch now like the actual TV show because there's like 6 seasons of it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
There's 6 seasons of this show that you can watch. The Danish Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And I guess they're making an American version with Danny McBride, so I think people should definitely see this version first before they neuter it completely.
Well, now, next up, this is a thing that I really love is Kevin Smith has this new show on Hulu called Spoilers. Now, I love this show. Like, I think I love Kevin Smith most when he is not making movies. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in the sense that, like, his podcast I love him talking, and this is like a perfect mix of both, because he's a fan of these movies, and he brings people to go see a movie, and then he chats with them about it, and you get honest opinions. You guys seen this?
Yeah, the best thing about it, you know, when he goes to Comic-Con, he does these live panels where he talks to the audience, and this is basically that plus him talking with actual famous people. Yeah. So you get the kind of the best of both worlds, but...
I love it, and I love that, have you seen the interview segments? He puts them in the big throne, too, which will make anyone feel inferior. No one looks comfortable sitting in a big throne next to Kevin Smith in that giant hockey jersey.
But a giant hockey jersey is the great equalizer. No, but I think it's great. What I love about the show is that he actually buys a ticket for everybody to go see the movie. Yes. So it's like him and 100 people. So imagine like you're on a date, you know, and then you're going to have a romantic night out at the movies, and then Kevin Smith and 100 movie nerds come in and surround you.
It'd be a real dream come true.
Yeah, for me. It'd be a great date for me.
I gotta say, I disagree. I have a hard time watching him talk to the average people. That's my least favorite part of Comic-Con is the talkbacks.
Really? Why don't you like the average people?
It makes me feel awkward and weird, and they're gonna say something they don't want to say, and they're trying to perform, and it's just like, eh.
I like people that are not coming at it from like a review standpoint. I like it from like, I like that girl. She's pretty. All right, that's what I do. All right, I'll take it. I'm down with it.
That was Jason Mewes, Paul.
Oh, man. And he's the silent one, right?
Yeah, he's the one who doesn't talk.
I want to see the Clerks 2 version of Spoilers. Just I want when he starts bringing people to his own movies and then see how that goes over.
I want to see the Danish Clerks 2.
Danish Clerks is very dirty. Jake, now... Since I've known you, you have talked about this movie. You have a poster in your house. I don't know if you have it out here in LA now.
I do, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, a movie that you've talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to let you take the lead on this movie. Tell people what this is about.
This is a movie that barely came out in 1982. It is Diane Lane. She is 15 years old. She's the lead singer of an all-punk rock group called The Stains. They are famous for no reason.
Yes.
And Steve Jones and Paul Cook from the Sex Pistols are in it. Paul Simonon from The Clash. And it was directed by Lou Adler, who directed Up in Smoke, the Cheech and Chong movie.
Of course, classic.
And produced Rocky Horror and The Mamas and the Papas. And for some reason, this movie is not the biggest film in the world. I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's not that good.
I agree. I agree with you, man. It's hard to watch. It's 83 minutes and it feels like 183 minutes.
Yeah, you need to be patient to watch this movie.
It's a
and
time
into my
capsule.
very specific interests.
It is a time capsule. Diane Lane is hot, and 15-year-old Diane Lane is even hotter.
So
Sorry to say, it's true.
If you're Jake Fogelness,
yes,
it's
you
a buy.
will love
you
this
should
movie.
Buy it.
Yeah.
If not,
if you're Jake Fogelness, you'll be involved in the release of this on DVD. It is great. And it is on
it's
Netflix.
a cultural time capsule.
It is a time capsule,
and it's
yes.
worth watching. I like to see Steve Jones as an actor, so that's a good. Big thanks to Jake Fogelness and Jeff Kanata. Hoping to find out what to watch. Still ahead. All right, guys, I promised you ponies. They're coming up. Nick Opels will be here to talk about us. Don't go nowhere.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Matt Besser, founding member of legendary comedy team The Upright Citizens Brigade, will be here live with his latest flick, Freak Dance. Then on DVD-Tuesday, Chris Gore plays Buy, Rent, or Pass with the latest discs to hit shelves, including the 4th season of Breaking Bad. And I prove it's not safe to put on makeup while driving when I hit the track with rally racer Bucky Lasek. Nope, not safe at all.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
Get ready to throw out everything you know about traditional video viewing because it is all about to change with Condition 1. Backed by bajillionaire Mark Cuban, Condition 1 provides users with 180 degrees of viewing freedom, enabling users to experience places and events as if they're really there. After downloading a video, users interact with videos using the classic touch mode or switch to an immersive mode that uses the iPad's accelerometer to follow where you're looking. Available videos include everything from sporting events to war fronts, meaning we could be watching things like the Stanley Cup or taking a stroll through Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo in the not-so-distant future. The technology behind the app is also starting to see use by other companies like Popular Science to educate people on sciencey things like the Large Hadron Collider. Get a glimpse of a world you've never seen before with Condition 1, available for free on the iPad.
Pretty great. All right, with me here is a live dude with a bromance, or should I say a My Little Pony mance. Please welcome the vice chair of BronyCon, Nick Opel. All right, Nick, I love this. Tell me all about BronyCon. What is it? Tell me, like I'm like a person that has no idea.
Well, BronyCon is it's the world's premier convention for actually bronies, which are fans of the new My Little Pony Friendship is Magic show.
Okay, so bronies are basically bros who like ponies, right? Now,
that's the combination, yes.
And now, what goes on at the show? I mean, you were in New Jersey at a convention center. What are some of the panels, exhibits, merchants? What do you got there?
We got some of the voice actors that the show came in, did some panels. We had a few writers come in, and of course we have great community members. We had a great musician concert Saturday night, went till 2 in the morning. It was fantastic.
Whoa, you had musicians. Were they composing their own songs, or are they covering My Little Pony's Friendship is Magic songs?
All of the above.
Really? I want to go to this. How can I go to this? Is it
we're
still
kicking
happening?
around dates for next year.
Are you like,
no, we ended yesterday, so.
That's it. No more. All right. Well, let me look.
We're doing our next convention next year, so you're gonna have to keep posted for that.
All right. I will stay posted. I will be there. I will put a strand of like a rainbow hair in. I'll be ready to go. We actually asked our viewers why they are bronies, and we received a tweet from Rich Fox who said he watches the show because he likes to draw ponies, listen to the music, and collect them. And he thanks his dad and 4chan. So wait, so what is the connection between bronies and 4chan?
Well, I think 4chan has a connection with everything, but for bronies specifically, we post a lot of images up there. We actually started up our own 4chan after 4chan kicked us off. but it's called
Wait a
Pony
second,
Chan.
you guys are too cool for 4chan? You got kicked off of 4chan?
We did, and then we went and formed our own.
That's crazy. So this is like the first group that I've ever heard that was too powerful for 4chan. You guys, you're an army.
And then they welcomed us back with our very own dedicated board on 4chan. So now we've got 2.
All right, now I love it. How long have you yourself been a brony?
I became a brony last August, I believe.
How do you know if you're a brony? Does it? Yeah. Like what inspires you about it? Like I'm certainly a fan of a lot of things, but how did like My Little Pony just connect with you?
I think a lot of people, we grew up in the 90s because a lot of bronies are 20s, you know, 20s, late 20s, early 20s, late teens. And we grew up in the 90s with shows like the Powerpuff Girls. We grew up with shows like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And the crew for those shows is working on this generation of My Little Pony. So there's a certain element of nostalgia there, I feel.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you not like the old version of My Little Pony? Are you like just
personally, I could never really get into them personally.
Really? So there is a difference between old My Little Pony and new My Little Pony. Did not know that.
My Little Pony's pretty divided into what we call generations. There are 4 generations.
Okay.
So this is Friendship is Magic is the 4th generation. It is by far the most popular.
I have to start watching it. I'm going to get involved. How big is the collector's market for bronies right now? I mean, is it big?
It's enormous. We had a whole half of the Meadowlands Exposition Center was our artist alley designated only. So we had vendors upon vendors upon vendors.
Can I tell you something? Can I blow your mind? Because I have right now a limited edition My Little Pony that's going to be released next week at San Diego Comic-Con. Do you want to see it? This is pretty amazing. Check this out.
I would love to see it.
Where is it? There it is, right there. This thing is. Now, what's so special about this guy? What is special about that? If I'm a brony, why do I like this?
It's kind of a fan thing where the Comic-Con pony is who fans have done derpy hooves because in the first episode of the show there was an animation error.
Okay.
That a lot of fans caught and latched onto where one of the eyes on one of the background characters didn't animate correctly.
So this is it.
And yes, and the following for this was huge. It got really big, and the animators of the show actually drew her into every episode in the background with the eyes like that as sort of a shout out.
I love
it. And in season 2, she was actually given a speaking part.
So the mistake becomes a main character. Look at this. You guys are supporting a very strong thing. God bless you, Nick. God bless you, and God bless everybody at BronyCon. Thanks for doing the hard work. And thanks to our Twitter user, Rich Fox. We're going to give you this. You talk about ponies, we're going to give you ponies. I'm like Oprah, but much smaller. A pony for you, and you, and you. And now over to Candace, who gets no ponies.
I'm so jealous. That's such a cute pony. I kind of want it. Oh, well. And now we head back to the X Games in Los Angeles for a closer look at ramp jumping. Or if you're the driver of this car, make that a closer look at the actual ramp. I don't know what I'm just reading. It's time for today's epic fail.
Epic fail.
Whoa! No. This goes to show something that I believe, that the biggest winner in the X Games is physics. That is bad.
Fail that driver!
Fail!
Fun show today.
Fun show. Yeah! Thank you to Nick Opals, Jake Fulman, Jeff Canada, and Sarah Underwood.
I'm going to also thank Tiffany Smith and Jessica Toulon. And you, Paul Scheer.
Thank you very much.
You're amazing.
And I'm going to thank ponies.
My little pony.
Candace.